and the Dallas Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we've been around for a minute, as the kids like to say. I called your games. There are guys who you played with back in your day who are now the veteran players in the league, and we got a couple of veterans here at quarterback. What a difference it makes for a team when they come in with a guy who knows what he's doing back at quarterback.
Oh, and it really does. And remember, Mike, the only way to gain experience is to gain experience. There's no magic formula. You got to be in the fire, make mistakes, make great plays, learning lessons. The more you see, the better you get. And no position is that more magnified than in the NFL at the quarterback position. So the fact that these guys have played so many games, so many seasons, they've seen so much, that's a huge advantage for each of these teams. Now the question is, in today's matchup, who comes out on top?
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate, but regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
A huge play right off the bat. 47 yards.
You talk about a big-time run right out of the gate. I mean, there was nothing special here play call-wise. He just found a crease, hit it, and he was off.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll run with Dowdle. And the Cowboys have a 1st and goal forthcoming. He takes this down to the 5-yard line.
Well, if this opening drive is any indication of how the rest of this game's going to go, it seems this offense is going to be pretty content keeping the ball on the ground. A lot of success here early. Now it sets up 1st and goal.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. Here's a designed run. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short gain.
They've gotten to the 2 on this opening drive, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. This about as short as you can get. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along, but that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Kane Wanwu now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. But let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the pass. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Breece Hall, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Rodgers here on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Jets.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. The kick is good, and the Jets move out to a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. Short kick taken at the 17. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Jets offense about ready to get going on their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he gets this one up past the 30.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Rodgers now. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. We are through 1. The Jets have the advantage. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run here with Hall. Into the secondary again. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. 15 yards through the air, and the Jets have a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, New York. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Extra point try now for Zerline. He gets it to go, and the Jets extend their advantage to 14-3. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Now Dowdle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. A pickup of 21 on that connection. 1st down, Cowboys.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
The open man is Tolbert.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Prescott again. He's got the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. To the air again, Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys are back within 4. It is 14-10. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Jets offense and Devontae Adams heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Keep our boys. I know you.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll try the right side with Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Another run here with Hall. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, the Jets turn it to the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Got a man, that's Tolbert. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Again, Prescott to the air. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that 2nd foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. One final throw before the break. They're called in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
And what a swing in momentum here as you go into the half. Here you are offensively. Not only are you losing, but you really just have a desperation, no time on the clock. Let's see if we can steal some points. And you convert. Tell you what, that locker room looks a lot different now than it did a few minutes ago.
So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jets offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
2nd down, Rodgers. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
That's a short one taken in by Conklin.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Rodgers going up top again. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Again, it's Rodgers. To the left side, and Adams has it. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got another one. Davante Adams. Touchdown, New York. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His third touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Now Zerline for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jets move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Cowboys offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Pass completed right side to Ferguson.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Play action now. Prescott. This pass right side caught by Lamb.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Prescott. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's to Ferguson once again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw again. Dak. Open man, that's the veteran, Cooks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Prescott again. He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This offense is finding out the hard way, Mike. There is just not a lot of room to operate against this defense down near the goal line.
For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. They'll run, and he will dive into the end zone. Rico Dowdle, touchdown Cowboys. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. This throw right side is caught by Adams. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. Trayvon Diggs, tight coverage, and he knocks that one away.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. First down for Aaron. There's that man again. Another catch.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So now, big spot for the veteran Greg Zuerlein. This to even the score late. He banged this one, and he's got it. Gets it from long distance. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
The open man is Tolbert. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Now a loose football. The Jets have got it.
Just a critical error here, Mike, at this stage in the game. You understand this defense, they are desperate for a stop. They've got to get you off the field, and one of the easiest ways to do it, create a takeaway. You have to secure the ball. Of course, points are great, but none of it matters if you turn the ball over, and these are the kind of mistakes that decide ball games late.
The Jets offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
2nd down, Rodgers. Open man, downfield, it is Adams. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Here is 1st and goal. They'll run, it's Hall. And a short pickup down inside the 10. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd. They get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Nine yards from the end zone for 2nd down and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. And he's in! Breece Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
This is a tough spot. Third down and 10. In motion, Lamb. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain, so it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this fourth down. They need their best play.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Let's go get it now. Let's go home, boy. Who gonna make a play, baby? Nothing's free. Play smart, baby. Get him going, baby.
To the air again, Prescott. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Again, Prescott to the air. A ball deep for the end zone. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for two, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it two-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And that's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for 2nd and 2. Throwing, Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play.
I don't know how that ball gets through, Mike. It seems like the entire defense was in the end zone awaiting that pass. All they've got to do is knock it down, but somehow it's right on the money, and this has been an incredible finish to this ball game.
So this one a win for the visiting Jets. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.